Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Angela and I am starting my journey with the series Battlestar Galactica. I have watched the miniseries and those will be linked down below, so I am familiar at least with what might be going on. I feel like it's just going to head right on into our journey into space, deep space, where apparently I got fooled thinking that Earth was a thing. I don't know, maybe Earth is a thing and it's just like this myth that's out there and then they come upon Earth somehow. But I definitely, I bought it. I was like, oh my God, they're going to Earth. Oh, that's just that they keep hoping. Okay, nothing like a lie to have everyone keep trying to survive. But I think it worked. And Adama is a great captain, great admiral, a great commander. I still am not aware of like what his actual title is. I think it's commander, but I don't know if there's a rank associated with that or whatever, because there's XO and then there's colonel and then there's chief and then there's all these other names that are being thrown around. But the big guy. He definitely knew what he was doing, like by trying to instill hope, because if this is the rest of civilization that's in this convoy that is now following the Galactica, it's daunting because like they could probably go to new worlds and new places, but like I don't know if it will be welcoming. I'm sure the Cylons will be trying to find them every step of the way. I don't know if like Caprica is just toast and all the humans that were on there are now just dead, if we can consider them dead, if that is a thing in the future, I don't know. I know that there's a series called Caprica, but that could be before this. It could be from the original Cylon War, which probably would have been easier to tell who's a Cylon back in the day, but now they look just like us. Which I was like really like, I was kind of upset that it seemed like an innocent man was being left at that space station, the weapons depot. And that like, you know, it was just kind of like, well, we just need to pick somebody and that's the person. There were multiple Cylons on the Galactica because as they panned, I was like, who are they going to show? Who are they going to show? I thought for sure it was going to be the XO. I was just like, he doesn't seem to care about people that much. He like, you know, was burning a hole through his wife's picture. So like, you know, maybe it could have ended badly. And like, you know, he's a drinker. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Did I expect Boomer? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was so upset that like the one character that I'd be besties with, that I'd hang out with, that like I like her boyfriend Chief. Tyrol. But like I was like, oh, I love them as a couple. They need to have some babies because we need to repopulate. Nope. I don't even know if she knows she's a Cylon because they even said that some people don't realize they're Cylons. And I don't know how they like come up with a way of figuring out who a Cylon is. Now, of course, they have Gaius there who is I don't know if his brain is breaking. I don't know if there's actually like something in him in which Six can talk to him or manipulate him. If he is indeed just damaged but like he picked the right person to put on the space station and accuse of being a Cylon. I mean, he picked the right person. So I don't know. Can she talk to him or was he just right? Or is it both? I don't know, but I kind of like, I don't like him as a person, but I like him as a character, especially with Six, like messing with him or talking to him while other people are around, or like, you know, her like kind of like being very sexual and him kind of getting into it, but realizing that there's no one there. So it's like all in his head. And it makes for kind of like great comedy, but great suspense, but also questions because I don't know if that's a real connection or not. Now that now that Kara has pretty much admitted that she passed Zach all the way through flight school, Lee definitely probably feels like he was too hard on his father and wants a relationship with his father. I don't know if he shares that information with his father. because their relationship strained because of Zach dying, and Zach wouldn't have been behind the controls of a plane or a ship, whatever, however it was that he died. He wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Starbuck. So Starbuck is essentially responsible. And they seem like they were in a very loving relationship. And then because there's the picture with Lee like off to the side. So, love makes us do stupid things, but yeah, she bears a lot of responsibility there. Now, I'm sure that there is a story leading up to that. I'm sure that there is much more in that than just what meets the eye. So I can't wait to delve more into their personal stories. And then, of course, the president has cancer, and I don't know how long she has to live. I don't know if there is any way of delaying the inevitable. I don't know like how terminal it is. Is it weeks? Is it days? Is it months? Is it years? Is it just like it's inoperable and then like one day it just and you're gone? So interesting to delve into that too, especially because her and the commander kind of butt heads until like the very end when she even calls him out on saying like Earth doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't, but they need something to, push them along for survival. And I think she might respect that, but the fact that it's a lie, she kind of doesn't respect that. So I'm curious to see how they do things because they kind of agreed that he runs the fleet, but she is ultimately, the one that's in charge. Because she doesn't know anything about war. She doesn't know anything about the Cylons. Like, she knows what she knows, but like he definitely knows more. And he's got like a lot of expertise. Like, he's the only one that's been in hand-to-hand combat with the Cylon thus far that we know of, especially with like Galactica. So like, he knows a thing or two. I would follow him. The one person, like I said, that still bugs me is the XO. I'm not really a big fan, but he seems like a very broken man, that he's been through things. So, he apologized to Kara, and Kara was like, nah, I don't accept, which I don't blame her. I think she sees him for who he is, and, he's broken in the way that it was so easy for him to kind of flip that table at her and everything. He probably doesn't respect a lot of women, let alone anyone that is lower ranking than him. Like, you don't have to like them and you don't have to be nice to them, but like, you do have to respect them. They're still doing their job, and they're still they still deserve respect. So we'll see about that relationship. I thought maybe they mended it in that moment, but then when she's like, no thanks, I respect the hell out of that decision from her as well too. She doesn't have to accept it. I'm really bad with names, but the assistant to the president liking the girl on the bridge, they were making eyes at each other. It's actually what made the commander go like, we need to have babies. Count me out. But like, if y'all want to repopulate, have at it. Have at it. I'll be the bestie aunt in the world. I will spoil all them childrens, but I ain't having one myself. So don't count on me. But like, that's kind of the gist of it. Now they're floating in space. They need to find a place to call home, or like I said, I don't know if Earth is actually a thing and they do find it. Like, I feel like that could be like a big twist. Or Earth is destroyed, like the Cylons took it over, and that was the planet that the Cylons formed their Cylon world. I don't know. So I'm really curious to get into this. I'm really excited because everybody has been saying that this is their favorite sci-fi show of all time. I just finished Firefly and watched Serenity yesterday. I'm still very much grieving that. So I'm monkey branching from one great show to another because I can't let myself feel that way. So, guys, I'm super excited to get into this. So let's get into it. Uh-oh. Are we under attack? I'm always worried. Are they okay? What is going on? They hungry? They tired? Thirsty? What's happening? Running out of oxygen? He's just having the best dream in the world right now, isn't he? I'm not really upset if Gaius loses any sleep. I'm just saying. If he's restless, it kind of makes me feel good.
Why do the Cylons come every 33 minutes? Why isn't it 34, 35?
Callie.
What?
They have to jump every 33 minutes? But why 33?
5 days now. There are limits.
They've had to jump every 33 minutes for 5 days? No wonder everybody's loopy.
Everyone has their limit.
You're finding yours.
You've got a red light right there.
Yeah, he's already unstable. He doesn't need to be tired.
Base stars launching raiders.
So the big silent ship is called a base star. I'm trying to remember all of this stuff. I like to know what the hell it is that I'm saying and watching and it being correct.
Combat landings.
At least they didn't have to, like, tuck it like they did last time.
All fighters aboard, sir.
Execute jump.
It's always by the skin of their teeth.
All civilian ships present and accounted for, sir.
Start the clock.
Get ready to do it again.
And let's start prepping for the next jump.
Clock
Yep.
is running. 33 minutes. Mark.
That'll test your resolve. My God.
You got 32 minutes, people.
I could feel myself mentally cracking under that pressure. Stop thinking about her. Maybe that's the connection. As long as you're thinking about her, they can find you. Or maybe the little white thing they took off of the deck thingy.
Eventually you'll make a mistake.
And then you'll kill us all. Yes, I know, but not for another 33 minutes.
Men. Like, can they do something to, like, knock him out? Can't go find a Xanax, so maybe it turns off his 6 phone where she can just dial on in there. Wait, what am I watching? I don't know what that was. 130 hours without sleep? Like, you can only go so long without sleep.
Divide the fleet into 6 groups, and they jump. And they jump 2 more times, and on the 4th jump, we rendezvous at a common set of coordinates.
Sam Witwer's in this.
Are you reading this?
Not anymore.
Combat landings expected again to be the order of the day, so.
Why can't some of them sleep and then some of them go out?
A Marine told one of the pilots that we marooned some guy back on Ragnar because the XO thought that he was a silent.
You know what? Red light in the number 4 thruster. Go make a visual ID, see if it's blocked.
Yeah, Sam, get out of here. Nice to see a familiar face. Yeah, everyone should be on edge. They're without sleep. I'd lose my mind.
He's not my ECO. He's some refugee from Triton that I've been saddled with, and I didn't ask you.
Helo's gone, Sharon.
I didn't ask you that either. Sorry.
I get it, though. I definitely get it. Wow. Oh, that gave me a cold chill. So these ships are like the only survivors. Do we know how many they have?
Update on the head count.
Good. It's the number I wanted. Oh my god, there's only 49,000 people left? That 998 is very important. So 49,998. My god. God, are just popping in and out. It's
Children.
freaking me out, man. Can you have children? Answer that question.
Let me think about that for a minute.
I want to know for Boomer and Chief.
Dr. Hammerich, I see.
You know, have you always been able to multitask like this?
Yes, yes. I used to work with him at the Ministry of Defense.
I think he wanted to speak directly with the president. Sound urgent.
Don't let Gaius do it.
I'd say you have a serious problem.
If I can help.
It's kind of paranoia. It's probably not anything to do with him, but...
He's a strange one, isn't he?
I'm glad they're not just like, yes, anything this man has to say, let's listen to it. Is he still alive? Yay! Okay, I'm happy that there's still survivors. I don't know for how long, but... Oh, and he got the OG Cylons chasing him. Yikes. They're scary. I'm glad that those are the ones that are on our ships, because they are scary looking. Yikes. Good job, Hilo. Put him down. But before he communicates to other people, come on. Well, I'm glad he's still alive and that, like, we at least get a little bit of a story about him instead of just wondering how he's doing. If he died.
So do I have to smack you in the mouth, Lieutenant?
No, sir, I'll take my pills.
Carry on.
Yes, sir.
Pilots to ready room, pre-flight briefing. Pilots to ready.
It's a great but weird interaction.
What?
Yeah, you know, she's not real. She's not wet. Shoot her. Oh, but if it's another person. Oh. Damn it. I don't know what they do with humans when they get them. Like, do they turn them into Cylons and then now he's a Cylon?
One civilian ship missing and unaccounted for, sir. The Olympic carrier.
How many people aboard ship?
1,345 souls, sir.
Oof.
But first, where's the doctor that's supposed to be on board? What's his name?
Dr. Emmerich.
Yes.
Oh,
Was he on the other ship?
he was on the Olympic carrier.
Fuck.
Maybe this time.
What if they jump before 33 minutes? What if they did a jump like every like 5 minutes? I just feel like if they did like every 5 minutes, then it'd be almost impossible for the Cylons to catch up. But I don't know if they have the power for every 33 minutes. It's going on 45.
Not that I'm not honored by being chosen to sit in my cockpit for the next 3 hours, but
But why you? Take a guess.
because I'm on drugs.
They couldn't sleep if they wanted to.
Hey, how about you, Boomer? Doc tells me you're holding up better than anybody in the squad.
I'm tired like everybody else.
You never seen it.
Because she's a Cylon.
Wow. Wow.
All this has me feeling, well, more alive than I have in years.
It's good to see you without the cup in your hand.
Don't start.
130 hours sober. Good for you, XO.
It's one thing to push the crew, it's another thing to break them.
Greatest contact.
What?
Bearing 348, Karam 120. It's the Olympic carrier, sir.
Is that confirmed?
Is it all
Confirmed,
Cylons now?
Thank the gods.
I don't know. Sus.
Action stations. Restart the clock, 33 minutes.
I hope you're wrong.
So do I.
I think he's right.
If they were left behind, why didn't the Cylons destroy them?
It's God's punishment for your lack of faith.
Oh, that's just great, that is.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of that already.
A more logical and useful explanation, please.
Please.
All right. The Olympic carrier's been infiltrated by Cylon agents.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
They've been tracking the ship all along. Logically, in order for you to survive, the Olympic carrier should be destroyed.
Yikes. I don't know to trust her or not. I mean, I know not to trust her, but like, I don't know if she's just fucking with him.
Look, forgive me for being rude, but wake up, all right? The only reason the Olympic carrier is still flying is because the Cylons let them survive. They've been tracking that ship all along.
Calm down.
Start over.
Yeah, stop crying.
Yes, Madam President, and I'm inclined to agree with Dr. Baltar.
Good, so do I.
Thank the gods you're with us. God's got
Ugh.
nothing to do with this.
I agree. I hate that I'm like irritated by him and then I'm agreeing with him, but I'm like, yes, he's partially right. And, yeah.
If the ship poses a threat to us, we have to eliminate that threat.
Yeah. Oh, went right past.
Starbuck, fire a burst across their bow.
Copy that.
She's more than happy to do that.
The Olympic carrier is heading directly for us, sir. They're refusing all orders to stop.
I wonder if that doctor's on the inside freaking out.
Order the fleet to execute jump 240. Get us between that ship and the fleet.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Hit the silence.
Shit!
Radiological alarm.
From where?
The Olympic.
The Olympic carrier, sir. They've got nukes on board.
Repent of your sins. Accept his true love, and you will be saved.
I repent. Do it.
I don't see anybody in there. Do you?
Then what if you're wrong?
I wouldn't feel good about it either, but pragmatically, it has to be done.
Lee! Come on!
Mark.
That is heavy. That is so heavy. Okay, they captured Hilo, so let's... What are they doing with the people they capture other than making them Cylons and putting them back?
789-934.
I know who you are, Hilo. It's all right. I'm a friend.
Nope. Why do they have to kiss everybody? What's up with them kissing everybody? Good for you, Hilo. Good for you, Hilo. Oh, it wasn't. Wait,
Sure.
what? To gain his trust. Smart. It's smart.
What are you doing here?
Let's move, mister!
Oh. It's smart. It's a way to get him to trust.
24 hours, no Cylons.
Nice.
At least you know it was the right choice.
The right choice.
Update on the head count.
Subtract how many?
Actually, you can add one.
Someone had a baby?
A baby was born this morning on the Rising Star. A boy.
It's good. That's good. Oh my god, imagine being in labor during the 33-minute cycle. Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm glad we got a head count. That's not a lot of people. That's not a lot of people at all, but I mean, we had net gain of 1. So in about 18 years, he can start adding to the population as well. Very happy Hilo's alive. Very upset that they tricked him with Boomer, because obviously he's going to trust Boomer more than he is going to trust Six. What is it with Six kissing every man? I swear, does that have to happen? Like, what's her body count? Jeez. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean it like does she like have to make out with everybody like the second she sees him and meets him? Like it just seems like a weird way to say hello, make a connection. Anyway. Okay, so the 33-minute jump, what was it, 240, 70, 40, 240 times, something like that. I don't know if they stopped because they blew up the Olympic or they stopped to make them think that they were safe, but they're still tracking them. I don't know what to think. I have utter paranoia while I'm watching this. Like, I'm just like, Cylon? Have they been infiltrated by Cylons? Are they now all Cylons? Are they being tracked? Would the little shuttles be tracked? Will the little people be tracked? Is the little baby that was just born, is he being tracked? Like there's just utter paranoia already. And this is just the first episode. And I think definitely with the miniseries and watching that like, once you realize that they could be on the ship and they are people that you know and that you like and that you trust, it's unfortunate. And it's really funny that they pointed out that Boomer was like the least tired out of all of them. And Starbuck's like, it's because she's a Cylon. Yes, most likely. I like that Sam Witwer is with her. I don't know if we necessarily got his name. And if we did, I don't remember it because I'm me. And it's going to take me a lot of episodes to remember everyone's name. But Commander Adama, Captain Apollo, Kara Thrace Starbuck, Laura Rosalind is the president. Billy is her first whatever person assistant. Gaius Baltar is that guy. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Exo Teague is the Exo. Gaeta is somebody important. Debuela is the one that is with Billy. Her family is from Sagittarian. Okay, I'm trying. I'm catching. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Because sometimes they just use different names, and sometimes they. I mean, I don't know what I don't know what she's calling him, a CG or a CAG, something like that. And, Kara kind of like losing it on Lee a little bit and kind of like being like, you know what your responsibilities are, now do them. And then like her cracking and laughing and everything. Like, I mean, where there's a little bit of honesty in there, like, yeah, you're still expected to do your job, now do it. But like, that's a great moment. I really like that moment because, there's actually a couple moments that were in here where like, I am agreeing with certain parts of things that people are saying and doing. And then other parts I'm like, that's not good. Like I agree that she shouldn't be taking the stimulants, but also she was ordered to, and like, that's kind of what she signed up for. And, trying to think of like some of the stuff with like Gaius, like what he's talking about like that they can't communicate with the Olympic and like that they can't board it because it could be silenced, they could be tracked. His is more so because he doesn't want Dr. Amarak to talk to the president more so than anything. So like he's got a different thing behind it, but it's also very much based on like reality and truth. And I'm glad a lot of people had decided on that, and it wasn't just up to like one person to decide and everybody else was disagreeing. I don't like necessarily that Lee and Kara like had that on their shoulders, that they had to be the ones to destroy the Olympic, because that's a lot of people to kill and have on your conscience. But at the same time, like, it needed to be done. But I also don't know if it needed to be done. That's the thing, is like, without all the information, based on the information that we had and what we had just been through for, every 33 minutes for the past 240 cycles, I can kind of get like the paranoia about like what could possibly happen about who's on that ship. So I get it. I get it from both sides, like the president being like upset that she had to do it and kind of like not wanting to do it. And I don't think the captain necessarily wanted to do it, but like he's very like kind of pragmatic in the way of like it needs to be done. Now, I still don't, I have no idea like if Gaius is actually talking to her, if it's his subconscious that is talking to him through her, if there's a chip in which she's just like Gaius, buddy, how's it going? Let's make out. Like, I don't know, like what I don't ugh. He does seem like he is off his rocker, but that could also be because he is tired. The fact that he keeps dreaming about her, I was like, I don't know if that's what they're chasing after and they're connecting to is his connection to her. The only way to get rid of that is to get rid of Gaius. I'm sure he's going to stick around for a long time. Like I said, like I hate Gaius, but I really like the character because he's definitely got his own personal motivations that he's struggling with, but then like also like some of the stuff that he's saying and doing is also helping the crew. So I'm like, shit. The fact that Hilo is still alive, like I don't know what they do with people when they capture them other than like convince Hilo that Boomer isn't still in space, that the Boomer that he's with is the Boomer that he knows, and kind of use him to try to get to them somehow. Not sure. I feel like that's like he's an important person to capture. Regular humans, I don't know if they're just like pew pew or you are now our slaves. I have no idea what they do to actual people when they capture them. So like this show is like different than the majority of sci-fi shows that I have watched. Mainly because it is them just fighting for survival through the miniseries and now through this. And I feel like that's the way it's going to be is like there's not going to be a lot of happy moments. There's going to be some comic relief, but it's not like there's going to be like moments of pure joy and happiness. It seems like it's going to be like constantly one problem after another that needs to be solved over and over and over again. And like they're not going to show us the dull times, so they could go 3 months without an incident, and then all of a sudden something happens, and that's where we pick up off the next episode. I have no idea, but I was exhausted thinking every 33 minutes, but I was also kind of like, well, what if they jumped every 10 minutes? Would the Cylons go to where they were like 10 minutes prior? So if they jumped every 10 minutes, could they get like 3 hours ahead, or like could they lose them that way instead of just waiting for them to show up? I feel like I had a theory there, but also Adama like saying like let's have 6 ships go here, there, and then this way and that way. Like that might have been great, but then again, now that we've had like the Olympic that was out of our sight and it showed up and we didn't trust that was on it, I feel like everyone sticking together is the only way until they can detect Cylons. I think it's the only way that you can kind of guarantee that nobody has been infiltrated with the attacks. Now, there could definitely be a 6 that's on one of the other ships. It not looking like a 10, probably like looking like a 6, you know, with like regular clothes and stuff. Because like when she's walking around in that red dress, it's distracting. She looks great. It's actually frustrating. I was just like, ooh, like I need to eat some lettuce. That's not true. I'm fine. It is what it is. She's a stunner. So I would also say that like women are very different on this show. Like they're portrayed very different. And I like that she is kind of like the beauty kind of like sexual aspect of the show, even though I'm like, does she have to make out with everybody? But you know, then you have Kara, who's not very feminine at all. And I love that they don't like try to make her feminine. And like Boomer, who's kind of a mix between the both. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy it so far that we don't have like caricatures of women on here. We have like really well thought out characters. The XO being sober for, 240 cycles. Good job, XO. Good job. Hopefully that makes him happier. I certainly think like, he could use a little bit of pick me up that is not alcohol based. So that's good. But everybody needs sleep. Everybody needs to recuperate. Everybody needs to get back to their jobs. And we need a plan as to where to go. Because if the Cylons can track them every 33 cycles, what's to stop them from, or every 33 minutes and every 240 cycles, what's to stop them from just finding them again? Is it that the Cylons gave up? or like there's another plan that's underway. So looking forward to getting into it. But if you want to watch the full-length reaction to these episodes, they will be available on my Patreon, as well as up to at least one episode early. We will try to be getting up to 2 in the future. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. First of all, did you watch the miniseries before launching into this? Because I'm glad I did. It really filled in so many gaps that I would have been so clueless. And I don't know, because when it starts with episode 1, season 1, and if you don't start with the miniseries, boy, could I see you being lost as to what the hell is going on. So if you didn't, did you have to go back and find the miniseries? Could you do that in 2005? Because there's no streaming services. So was it playing late on a Saturday night and you were just like, oh, it's the miniseries? Like, how did you do with that? And also, what is your favorite sci-fi franchise of all time? Because I'm still very much a Rossi gal. My heart is with The Expanse. I loved Firefly. I have been a Star Trek fan. Thanks, Dad. Actually, today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day, Dad. And thank you for bringing Star Trek into my life. While my mom was very much a Star Wars fan, my dad got me into Star Trek. So, that's been one that's been kind of in my heart my entire life. But I would say that The Expanse is probably my favorite thus far. Again, episode 1 of season 1 of Battlestar. So we will see if it climbs the ranks. But yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to more episodes of this, and I'm looking forward to the journey, but also talking to you about it in the comments. Please don't post any spoilers, but I very much want to talk to you guys about the Cylons, as long as it doesn't spoil anything, about these characters. But were you this confused? Were you this paranoid? Because I am so paranoid that everybody's a Cylon. Everybody. Like, Kara could be a Cylon. Oh God, that would be horrible. What a horrible twist that would be. Oh my God, let's not put it out there into the ether. It's already a completed series, but if I said it and then it happened, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. I was mad when I found out Boomer was a Cylon, so here we are. But guys, I will see you in the next episode. Super excited to watch it. So in the meantime, I will see you.